Snake oil. For foolish dreamers only. Like reading a bad used car salesman's script. Full of empty platitude and LinkedIn isms. Welcome to day 364 of 1,350 days. Now today I have 55 book sales to report, bringing the total to 2,295. Now you may be wondering why I departed from my usual intro to these videos. Well, what I was doing at the start there was just telling you some of the negative comments and reviews I've had about my different books. Now I recently had one a couple of weeks ago, and that's why I'm making this video, because I thought to myself it was probably a good time to let you guys know how I deal with negative criticism and feedback, and also an approach that might be useful for you to take. So the first thing to remember when receiving any negative feedback or criticism is to ask yourself, is it valid? Now, negative reviews or feedback can hurt. I am aware of that. But before you give in to those feelings of frustration and disappointment, first of all, look at what the person is actually saying. Try to understand whether they make any valid points, because if they do, that can really help you improve, or whether they're just mudslinging, and if they're doing that, they're just trying to drag you down. It's something you can just ignore. So, title of this one, like reading a bad used car salesman script. Okay, so let's break it down point by point. 1, badly written. Its language is puerile and superficial. Now, okay, so what am I going to do? Do I accept this? I think this guy is incorrect in what he's trying to say. He may not like my style of writing, which is fair enough. He may feel the style of writing is puerile and superficial. I don't believe that's the case, but he may not like my style of writing, and I can't disagree with him on that. Some people are going to like certain things, some aren't. Is it badly written? No. I have, I don't know how many reviews, 73 customer reviews, and in a good many of them, look, there's one right there. Extremely well written self-help book, very easy to read. Bottom, the last comment, you'll see that again and again in my comments about how well written Escape the System is. So I'm going to dismiss that. He just doesn't like my writing style. Number 2, badly edited. How many typos are acceptable in one book? Maybe that's actually something I can look at. Maybe I can go back through it. I mean, I've been through it 3 or 4 times. I've had someone proofread it, so it shouldn't have too many typos, but perhaps he's got a point. Final point, based on flawed logic and assumptions. So here, he's basically saying that he doesn't like the premise of the book, which again is fair enough. It may not be for him, and that's fine. But does that mean I have to change the book? No, because I've got to make a stand. I've got to write about something. I've got to have a point of view. Otherwise, the book is completely bland. So again, his comment there is to be dismissed. I'm not to take that on board or take it to heart. It's my point of view. It's different to his. And something I've learned from reading Seth Godin's book, This is Marketing. Don't think that you're creating something for everybody. This is for a group, a small niche and group, and hopefully something they are going to love. So don't get disappointed when people disagree with you and say, some people may never feel inspired to do anything. Others may have multiple feelings of inspiration to do numerous things. I don't disagree with that. And I don't think my book does either. But he clearly doesn't like the premise of my book being about following your dreams, pursuing your passions. So it's not for him. That's the view that I'm going to take. And that's the first step to dealing with negative reviews or criticism. The next step is to remember that sometimes negative reviews aren't such a bad thing. At least somebody is saying something, at least somebody is reacting to your work. I think that probably from having all kinds of reactions, very positive, occasional negative ones, and for the start of my book selling career, no reaction at all, I can tell you probably the worst thing is to be completely ignored. So in a way, you getting a negative review, in some respect, at least people are talking about you. Okay, you don't want too many negative reviews or comments, but at least you're getting noticed. Now the next thing to remember is that you must focus on the positives. It's very easy when you get a negative comment or review to dwell on it, get really upset by it or take it to heart. But you've got to remember, for the people who say that to you, you're not writing for them, you're not speaking for them, you're not creating for them. You're creating for the people who enjoy your work and find it helpful and has some kind of impact on your life. So I could easily dwell on that one negative review I received a couple of weeks ago and let it get me down, let it make me question my whole purpose and what I'm actually doing. But I've got 72 other very positive reviews on there which far outweigh that, and which actually deserve my attention more than the negative one. So do focus on the positives, and really that's a lesson for life. You want to learn from your negatives, you want to learn from your setbacks, but never dwell on them. Focus on your successes, keep moving towards your successes, anticipate the next success. Have a mindset which is constantly looking for how you're going to improve and the things you can do and the achievements you have made, and that will bring future achievements to you. So that's my advice if you're going through or if you're experiencing negative comments, reviews, feedback, whatever it might be. That's my advice on how to deal with it. I hope it's helped. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.